Hi. Since we are going to have several of these annotated reading assignments throughout the semester, I wanted to take some time during this first one and walk through Adobe Reader and kind of review and practice, show you how to annotate an article using Adobe Reader. Now, I won't get too much into the wonders of annotation because I've got this great little video right here that talks all about it. What I will say is annotation, the act of highlighting texts or passages, whether you're reading a book or an article or a magazine, writing in the margins, writing your ideas, your responses, questions, definitions of words you're not familiar with, all of those wonderful things. What that does is it not only helps us to understand what we are reading, it also helps us, research shows time and time and time again, that it helps us to retain more of what we read, to remember it and be able to draw on it for a lot longer period of time. Okay, so since we don't have a hardbound textbook for this class, we are going to be using a lot of digital copies of articles and texts, and they'll come in the form of PDFs. And so Adobe Reader is a great program for annotating PDFs, and we will use it, I promise you will use it in this class, in all your other classes, in the rest of your college career and beyond. I use it all the time. So I've included a handy dandy little link to the Adobe download page, and the first thing you need to do once it all loads up is to unclick all of the optional offers because we don't need anything extra downloaded onto our computer, and then just click download. It's easy as that. Okay, it's a small program, it's quick, it's easy, and like I said, you will use it a lot. So let's get back to our assignment. Once you have that downloaded, then you can go over here, and right here Canvas does a great job. They offer a little preview of the article, but you will want to download the article. So just click right there and you will download it, and then once you find the file, you will either, open it up in Adobe Reader. You might need to right-click it to find Adobe Reader the first time, but you will just need to open that up, and here it is. And it always opens it up in such a large page, so you want to, minimize that if you'd like. So this is going to be the assignment. This is Adobe Reader. First thing we're going to do is to come over here, and they've got all of these tools on the side, things that you can do. Some of these are in the free program and some of them aren't. One thing I did want to mention, that if you find yourself on an Adobe site, or if you find yourself highlighting something in an Adobe site and it's asking for payment, that means that you've gone on the wrong site. So make sure that you use that link. So a lot of these tools are free, and what you'll want to do is you'll want to click on comment. Okay, that allows you to comment right on the text, and it will open up a little recording pane over here of everything you comment on, but that kind of bugs me, so I'm going to close that. But what it also opens up is this great toolbar up here. Okay, and it has all these fun little tools like post-it notes. Click on a little post-it note and you can post a note right there, click on it, and then type something really interesting right there, and all those kind of things. So you have post-it notes, you have the highlighting marker, you have texts, you have strike through text, you have, text box, all these one arrows, all these great little things. Okay, the first thing we're going to do on all of these, there's always going to be a before reading prompt, and if you go clear to the bottom, there's going to be an after reading prompt. Okay, now those are not just pretty, they aren't just something that I want you to think about. They're questions that I want you to actually answer. Okay, and you can answer them in several ways. And you can actually, this is just a text box that I made, so you can actually make that bigger and double click in there and start typing right in there. Or you can also add other post-it notes or a text box down here, and you'll want to make the font smaller and type your answer right here. There we go. Then once you're done with that, then you can go through and you're going to annotate the text. So I'm going to ask you to just kind of look for the main points, the main arguments, the different things that Adler says that you find meaningful, but also anything that you think is interesting, okay? So you're reading along. Let's see. An illustration may make the point clear. You might buy a beefsteak. I don't know what this is saying because I am not concentrating on it, but man, I think it's interesting. And so I'm going to highlight it. And once you highlight something, you can then right-click it, open up a pop-up note again, and then say, yeah, I like beefsteak, but I don't know what you're talking about because I'm not taking time to listen right now. But you will find things that you find are meaningful and highlight them, and do that throughout the whole article. It's not too long. It's really interesting. It's written for it's a popular press article written for a general audience, so it's not too dense. And then at the end, to what extent do you agree or disagree? And then again, type up your little your answer right there. You will then, once you're all done, don't forget this, you will want to go up there and save your changes. Okay? Once you have those saved, you'll go back into the assignment, hit submit assignment, and that will open up something. Maybe it might not be working because I am in here on student view. And it might not open it up for me because it knows that I'm not really a student. So you will hit submit right there. You will find, oh, it's down here. I'm sorry. It's down here. You will click on choose file. You will go in there and find your file of your saved annotated article, and you will upload it and click submit assignment. And that's all it is. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.